What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine. If you don't know it, now you do. And today we're going to be doing an easy, quick go-to look that I usually do once I'm going to work, or if I want to go somewhere and just go real quick and I just want a little something on my face. But this is honestly, I know more steps than probably other people would do, but to me this is like a quick run through because this only takes me about 10-15 minutes. I'd say maybe about 15 minutes because the eyes and everything. But this is honestly just a quick makeup look, and I just wanted to show you guys, sit down and play with some makeup, of course, today. Yeah, let's get right to it. Alright guys, so bear with me on this voiceover. I just wasn't in the mood to film because I was watching All American, which if you don't watch that show, you need to. And to first start off, I've been using that Sunday Riley moisturizer. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I've been using it. And for my palette today, we're going to be using the Anastasia Prism palette. And of course, you can see I use it very much, so that's why it's a little dirty. But first, we're going to start off with that color Eden. I'm just putting this in the crease, kind of blowing it out. I don't want it like precisely in one spot. I just want to make sure it's all blown out on the lid. And then second, we're going to use Saturn, which is basically the same color as Eden. It's just a tad bit darker. I'm going to focus this once again, blown out on the lid and in the crease. It's okay if it's a little sloppy because at the end, of course, I just clean it up with a baby wipe. But that is all I'm doing with this color. Of course, blend, blend, blend. And then next, I'm actually going to be using Lucid, which is this pretty like white slash greeny color. It kind of has like a green tint to it with like yellow as well. But it's really pretty. I love adding this onto the lid because it's so sparkly, and I think the contrast of like the orangey and this color looks so good. So I'm just going to put that all over my lid. Gonna just dab it on with my fingers, you know how I always do. And then, of course, gonna blend it all out so we don't have no harsh lines. And, of course, just to make sure everything looks all good together. And then I am using Unity just a little bit on the top part. I just felt like it needed a little more blending, so I just added that color on the very top. Like I say, you can never go wrong with blending, and I'm going to be using this Luna by Luna eyeliner. Oh, there you go. This is just honestly for on top for the tight line, just so it can look a little more smoky. I didn't want to do a wing today, so I basically just smeared this black eyeliner on the top a little bit, as also in that tight line. I didn't do lashes today, but just when you do mascara, it does look a little better. And then, of course, for primer, I used my TATCHA-SILK Canvas Primer. This is a holy grail. This is also basically a more expensive version of those poreless putty primers from e.l.f. But honestly, the TATCHA Primer always is good. It always makes my makeup last. It fills in all my pores, and honestly, I will use it until the day I die. And they actually have a liquid form right now that just came out, so I definitely want to try that. I'm thinking about doing a video where I kind of compare both of them side by side, but this primer is definitely a must-have. And then I'm going to actually be using this BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Concealer, and I'm actually going to use this as not only concealer, but kind of like my foundation. Whenever there's days that I just want to like get out the house and just have a little bit of coverage, I actually just use concealer and blend it out. And as you can see, I'm of course putting it on all the points that I desperately need coverage, which is of course my under eye and my blemishes. Unfortunately, I am pretty broken out right now because my ass has been eating all these quarantine snacks and I've been drinking pop, and girl, that affects me so much and my skin. That's why it's so important to drink water and stay healthy. But I am, of course, blending this all out. Since I am using it as more of a concealer and foundation, I'm taking it down all the way on my face and just blending her out. And of course, I did use a concealer that is closer to my skin tone because since I am using it more as a foundation and concealer in one, I did want to make sure that it was closer to my skin tone versus like a super light one. Oh my gosh, this is the moment that there was an All-American. You need to watch it. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, we are going to get to the loose powder that I truly love. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. This is in light. As you can tell, it is pretty dark considering that it's light, but they do have fair light. So if you are lighter than me, you can use that. But I like using this one because it is darker, so I could kind of get away with putting it all over my face, and it kind of gives me a little more coverage. But not only do I love that, it literally gives me a super smooth finish. As you can tell, it already like filled in my pores, and it just made it a little more smoother. And then next, we're going to be using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Who would have guessed? As you can see, I love this bronzer. It is a little more cool tone than what I'm used to, but I honestly love it, and it smells so delicious. And of course, I just added bronzer because I wanted to look more bronzy, and I didn't want to look too white considering I used all that concealer and powder. And then, of course, for blush, I'm going to be using this Hourglass blush in Dim Infusion. This is very, very natural. It is not too pigmented, which I like, of course, on my days that I don't want to go all out. So this is definitely a beautiful blush. And then once again, I'm actually using that Luna by Luna eyeliner and just putting a little bit of this black liner underneath my water, or not underneath, in my waterline. I just wanted a little bit of a black eyeliner today. Sometimes I do black, sometimes I do brown. Kind of just depends my mood, but that's what I used that day. And then I'm actually going to use Eden, which was that first color that we put in the crease. I'm going to put that underneath just to blend it out a little bit so the black isn't so harsh on the waterline. And I was actually going to use Saturn, but I felt like just the one color on its own looked perfect. And then, of course, one thing you cannot forget is that inner corner highlight. Even if you don't do highlight on your whole face, it is so important to do that inner corner highlight because it makes your eyes look bigger. So I'm using that NATASHA DENONA All Body Glow in the corners of my eyes. And then, of course, I gotta use my setting spray, and today I used the Smashbox setting spray. I do like this setting spray a lot, and I feel like it does make my makeup last. The only thing I don't like with it is the spray is a little harsh, so I always usually just dab in with my beauty blender or a little sponge that I have. Of course, you know the very last step is mascara, so I'm going to be using the Tarte-BIG Ego Mascara. And that is, of course, going to make these eyelashes go from baby to, like, medium. If you know, I have little baby eyelashes, and I'm still on the find for, like, or still on the search for a really good mascara, but this one works for now. And then I'm going to be using the ColourPop-BFF lip liner just to line my lips. And then I'm actually going for a gloss today. So I'm going to go for this BECCA lip gloss in Champagne Pop. This is such a beautiful gloss. It is very peachy, and actually it's pretty nude, a little more nude than I'm used to. So because I felt like it was a little too nude for me, I actually ended up adding the Dominic Cosmetics Peach Tea Lip Gloss, which this smells so good, and I think it added a little more pinky to the look, which I of course love. And then also, I just wanted to add this in here. I am using the Dry Bar Pep Rally Detangler. I've definitely been enjoying this. I have super tangly hair, and it smells good and also works. And I also love this cute little Olaf wet brush. And I know it was random, but just wanted to add that in there. We're all done. Here I go. Alright guys, that concludes everything in this video. I know it was kind of like short and sweet. I just wanted to show you something real quick that I do. I mean, I didn't really add like my highlighter and my powder like to clean things up. This honestly was like a video that I do when I'm on the run or whenever I only got like 10-15 minutes to do. And I wanted to use this palette, which is the Anastasia Prism palette, because I'm going to be letting her go soon. I've had her for a while, and I really want to start using my other palettes, and I don't really want this to go to waste, so I might end up giving it to my grandma, see if she'll use a couple of them. But I really do love this Eden and Saturn color, which are those two colors that I used, of course, on the eye today. But I just wanted to say goodbye to her and dedicate a video to using her. So I'm ready to start with my other palettes. There's even palettes that I haven't even opened yet because I just have so many. And this is a palette I don't even really use much except for those two, like I said. So I just want to thank you guys once again for watching, and be sure to subscribe and also ring that notification bell so every time I upload a video you'll definitely get notified. But I appreciate you guys, and stay safe, stay at home, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.